After a 2-game road swing through Alabama, Christian Brothers returns home tonight to Canale Arena as they play host to the Valdosta State Blazers. Hello, everyone. I'm David Luce. I'll provide the play-by-play for tonight's action. And joining me here courtside at Canale Arena, former Christian Brothers player and coach Ed Murphy. And Ed, Christian Brothers comes into this one and needing some good things to happen. They've dropped 4 straight. And now they come in tonight against a very solid Valdosta State team.
Yeah, Christian Brothers has had a hard time being, almost like the ladies team, having a hard time being consistent. You know, at times they look really good. They look like a good team. They work together, and then they just have some of those spurts where they just can't get it together. They have some scoring droughts, and that really hurts them. And they've had a hard time finishing some games, but they're a good-looking team. They have some talent, and Coach uses all of them. Well, he's not afraid to put anybody in. So if you're on that bench, you better be ready because Coach Riley might call your number.
Well, Christian Brothers comes in off of the loss at West Alabama, 59-52, a game where you look at that game down the stretch, Ed, and you talk about finishing games. Well, there was a game where Christian Brothers gets it tied, gets it to about 50-52, right in there, but then just couldn't finish. And the last 7 points to West Alabama was the difference.
Yes, and a couple of those plays, it looked like some of their players are just, trying to make plays and trying too hard to make a play themselves instead of working with each other. And that's just a little bit of pressure, and that's from, they've had struggles the last 4 games, so that's part of the process. You're pressing, you want to win that game, and then you as a player, you want to make that play. But you just got to let your system win the game. I mean, that's how you got there. When they ran their offense, when they played their tough defense, that's when they got back in the game and tied it up. And then you just got to continue that. You just got to keep playing the same way. And then they did a couple of things that looked like they were pressing. A couple of players were trying to press, and then they missed a couple of shots that they had. And close game at the end. Every play counts, and they just couldn't make a couple of them.
Well, Christian Brothers 5-11 overall, 2-8 in conference action. Valdosta State comes into this game. They're 9-7 overall, 5-4 in the Gulf South. And you were talking about them before we came on the air, Ed. This is a team putting a lot of points on the board, averaging 84 points per game, and they've got multiple guys that can do it for them. 4 players in double digits coming into this one.
Yeah, when you play, especially in the Gulf South, you have a couple of teams that have that one player that can fill it up, but most of the teams have 4 or 5 guys that are in double figures. So you've got to play defense on all of them. You can't rest. You can't key on just one guy.
Well, Valdosta comes in having won their last 2. They beat Delta State and Mississippi College, both at home. They beat Delta 79-66 and then knocked off Mississippi College 87-70. And you look at Valdosta State, obviously, from the eye test anyway, a very athletic-looking team. They're not huge. A couple kids right about 6'7", 6'8", but overall, top to bottom, just an athletic-looking basketball team.
Yeah, like you said, they do. We're sitting here watching warm-ups, and they're continuously dunking on warm-ups, and you see that a little bit. In Division II, you don't see every player getting dunks, and it seems like more than half their team's going up there dunking. So they're very athletic. And looking at their stats, they like to shoot the 3, so you're going to see a lot of 3 balls from them. The Bucks will play tough defense, and in the Gulf South, anybody can win any night. You got to protect your home floor. If you're the Bucks, you got to protect your home floor here and get yourself a win. Maybe get a little winning streak. You play home tonight, you play home Saturday. So if you get a good win here, then you take some momentum into Saturday, get another win, then you start a streak.
Well, you talk about Valdosta shooting the 3. 40% on the season, right under 40% at 39.5, but they've taken 347 threes on the season, so about just over a third of their shots come from behind the three-point line. One difference tonight in Canale Arena as fans allowed back into the gym and allowed on the floor at floor level. Had a couple of games with no fans and a game or two with a pass list where fans we sat up in the skybox area. And now tonight, though, fans back out on the floor. Not a huge crowd, but good to see fans back in Canale Arena, students at one end of the floor. And now the introductions of the starting lineups, and they'll start with Valdosta State. Here's Jacoby Owens, the junior out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Now he leads the team in scoring, 14.8 points per game. Here's Maurice Gordon, 6'6" junior out of Macon, Georgia. And another guy that, he's averaging nine points per game, so just under that 10-point threshold. If he's averaging another point per game, he'd have 5 guys averaging in double figures.
Yeah, like I said to start, it's tough to key on one player if they're all in double figures. And they're all the same body type. They're long and lean and athletic.
And here's Mike Cole, the 6'7" junior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Now the starting lineup for Christian Brothers, and they'll be going a little bit of a change in the starting lineup as start of the season, Jesse Payne was in the starting lineup, sustained the ankle injury, missed a few games, came back, didn't start. He's in the starting lineup tonight. And here is Jesse Payne. Payne out of Whitehaven.
Yeah, well, Payne came back from the injury. He struggled a little bit to get his timing, but the last couple of games, the end of games, you could tell he was feeling more comfortable on that ankle.
And you look at this roster, and you look at the roster for Valdosta. Valdosta, a lot of juniors on this roster. They don't have any seniors, but a lot of juniors that play a lot of extensive minutes. You then flip the switch, you look at Christian Brothers, and they have a lot of young guys that see a lot of minutes for Christian Brothers. But the starting lineup, it'll be Jesse Payne, Christian Jones, Nick Deifel, Opong Bramble, and Charlie Champagne. And Champagne, the 5th starter announced for Christian Brothers. Well, John Riley, the head coach for Christian Brothers. And again, this is a team that, it's a building process. And for John Riley, this has been a work in progress as he's, obviously got a lot of young guys and looking to build. And you've seen progress from this team. You look at the record, and you might say, okay, record doesn't jump off the page, but you've seen progress. This isn't a team outside of, say, the Alabama-Huntsville game. They've been in every game.
Yeah, they compete almost in every game they play in. And once again, like we were talking about the earlier game, Coach Carmike wants the players to play hard. Coach Riley wants his players to play harder every play. So they're going to play hard. There's going to be some effort here by the Bucks.
Now Valdosta with the tip. They'll control first. They'll work it around the perimeter. Here's a deep 3 on the right wing. That's hard off the back of the iron. Rebound out of bounds. It'll go to Christian Brothers. So Ricky Brown with the 3, a little strong. And Christian Brothers with its first opportunity of the game. Payne back starting at point guard for Christian Brothers. Christian Brothers, a team on the season, averaging about 67 points per game. Bramble down low, looks to back his way in. Little stab hook, right hand, nice move by Bramble.
That was nice little footwork. He faked inside and went out.
Oh, quickly the other end. They can't score, but defense got beat. Fortunate break for Christian Brothers as Gordon couldn't finish. Here's Jesse Payne for 3. No. And here comes Valdosta. They'll look to run, and they look to run often and quickly. And a turnover as Owen stepped out of bounds.
Now Valdosta wants to have the pace high. The brothers, Christian Brothers, will run it, but they're looking to get the ball inside and inside out. But they'll run it looking for that early opportunity, but they're not looking to run all the time.
Well, don't try and catch your breath, because if you do, Valdosta might blow right by you coming the other way. And it doesn't matter. You talk with John Riley. It doesn't matter whether it's a turnover, a rebound, or a made basket by an opponent. Valdosta looks to run. There's Christian Brothers up 2-0 here early. Just underway, first half. Jones. A little up and under move, no.
Stays with it.
Yep, stayed with it. finishes it off, and Christian Brothers up 4-0. Here's Owens out top at the other end. Christian Brothers, man-to-man. Owens looks to drive, cut off by Payne. Good defense, 13 shot clock. A pitch and catch around the perimeter for Valdosta. 7 shot clock. Ball tipped away.
Defense.
Yeah, desperation heaved. Oh, and he got it. He hit a 3. Are you kidding? Great defense by Christian Brothers, but Maurice Gordon knocks down a desperation 3.
That's just tough. You play good defense, you get 2 or 3 deflections, and he jumps up and just makes a tough shot.
And had a guy right in his face. Here's Bramble at the other end. Looks to attack baseline, kicks out the opposite corner, and we've got a turnover. We'll go the other way. Bramble tried to kick in the opposite corner.
That's not really the best pass. You're down low on one side. That's not a good pass to go out the other side.
Just over 2 minutes in, Christian Brothers with the early lead, 4-3. And Valdosta down low. Cole turns. Now wants to back down on Bramble and takes up with the left hand and scores. Bramble, big, strong body. He's tough to back down. Here's Jones at the other end, shot blocked. Bramble with the offensive board, back up and in. But Bramble, as we saying, big, strong body, but Cole just a lean, quick athlete. Here's a 3. No. Again, that was Brown. This time from the left side of the floor. Christian Brothers will have possession. Daniel Luce checks in. Bramble goes to the bench. Bramble with 4 quick points for Christian Brothers. Valdosta State, we were talking about this during the women's game. Valdosta State, top to bottom, their athletic department extremely strong. A football team, Division II national champs this year.
Yeah, when you have a national champ in one sport, you automatically have the other sports wanting to compete just as well as they do.
Here's a 3 by Champagne in the corner. No. Cole goes high to pull down the board, and here comes Owen. 3, right corner. No. Long. Rebound. On the floor. Payne goes to the floor to grab it.
That's a foul. You can't get a jump ball on top of a guy.
Unfortunately, it looks like they're going to call
That's
a jump ball.
You can't get a jump ball through the middle of somebody's back. That's a foul.
16:38 to play first half. Yeah, you always wonder, Jesse Payne on top of the ball. How do you get a jump ball there? But nonetheless, Christian Brothers will have possession, leading 6-5. One thing, you look at these post players for Valdosta, all high flyers, and if you're a post player for Christian Brothers, shot fake or two, and these guys might go flying out of the gym.
Yeah, you should be going to the free throw line.
Christian Brothers looks to attack. Payne on the right wing. To Deifel, free throw line jumper. A little too strong. Another, wow. Talk about getting up for a rebound. What about that right there? That was Owen. Cole. Right side of the floor. Cole gapped by Luce out top. 14 shot clock. Here's a loose ball on the floor. Jones dove for it. That's over and back. Way out. Yeah, turnover. Another good defensive possession by Christian Brothers.
Jones put good pressure and then a loose ball, and he just went out and dove for it. Forced Valdosta State to go back court.
Yeah, media timeout on the floor. 15:58 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers on top early, 6-5. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back to Canale Arena. $15:58 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers on top of Valdosta, 6-5 here in the early going. And I guess the early signs of what you really like from Christian Brothers is what we're seeing on the defensive end of the floor.
Well, yeah, they're putting good pressure on Valdosta State, and Valdosta State has 2 baskets, but one of them was just a desperation shot that went in. So
yeah. Keeving Etienne checks into the game. Here's Jones. Tries to go out to Etienne, stolen away, and this should be a lay-in at the end. No, he missed the layup. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Valdosta, but a fortunate break there for Christian Brothers.
The Bucks got lucky. That was a good pass. Valdosta State player got the ball in and out of his hand, gave him a nice pass.
As Cam Hamilton that missed the layup on the run out. Valdosta with the basketball. And again, pretty good defense by Christian Brothers. Here's a 3 in the corner. Rims in and out, rolled all around. Rebound loose, outlet to Jones. Ahead, Champagne to the basket. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled and will shoot 2. Champagne going strong to the basket. See, they get the foul on for Valdosta. Still haven't seen any indication of who it's on. But regardless, Champagne's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, it's 2 shots. But Champagne went strong, and he knew he had a couple Blazers coming hard at him, and the way these guys get off the floor, Champagne able to absorb the contact and will shoot 2. First free throw up and good. So Champagne on the board. On the season, Champagne hadn't been to the line often. Just now 6 of 7 at the stripe. And it looks like Luke Godowski ready to check into the game, and he's going to get Champagne if Champagne makes the free throw. Godowski, back in the rotation now for Christian Brothers, out for a number of games after an ankle injury right after the shorter game. Second attempt, rims out, no. 7-5, Christian Brothers up 2. 15-20 to play in the first half. Valdosta. A lot of activity out top, constantly working around the perimeter. They don't look to go inside often, looking to attack off the dribble. And a lot of times, as we've talked about, look for the 3. Now here's a dump down low to Cole, backs his way in on loose, shot fake, and goes up, whistle, and a foul. Question is, who did they get? Yeah, they're going to get Jesse Payne. And that's
underneath.
Yeah. One of theirs where Cole gave the shot fake, got loose off of his feet, kind of went up under him, and then Jesse Payne came in underneath. And that'll put Cole at the line. Cole's 69%.
Very deliberate when he gets the ball down low. Takes his time, very deliberate.
Cole's first free throw off the mark. And here is Godowski checking in. He replaces Charlie Champagne. Champagne out of Florence, Alabama. Godowski from Father Ryan High School in Nashville. Second free throw is good for Cole. He's got 3, and it's 7-6. Christian Brothers with the lead. Some full court pressure by Valdosta, a little token pressure. Aiden Ruthsat's ready to check in. Etienne hands off to Godowski, coming around, kicks to Christian Jones for 3 in the corner, no. Rebound, weak side board, and here's a whistle and a foul. And they get loose trying to reach in on the rebound on the weak side. And Jesse Payne will get a breather. Ruthsat into the game.
You know, that's kind of a questionable call, but if you're loose, you just got to turn and go, not take that.
Yeah, that's foul. Yeah, you can't.
He's had foul trouble before. That's not a good foul. 90 feet from the basket.
Owen out top, picked up by Ruthsat. They'll give it way out near the timeline. That's DJ Mitch who just checked into the game. Mitchell, step back, wants to attack on Godowski, takes it up in traffic. No, Jones with the board. He'll run. Christian Brothers with numbers. Jones right side all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go.
Still got it.
And the rebound out of bounds to Christian Brothers.
Well, he turned on the Jets
He
there,
did.
had the ball and went right past them. Used the backboard better and you get 2.
Jones inbounds. Here's loose right wing. Out top to Godowski.
Oh, nice
Now
pass.
loose. Underneath. Scores! Boy, nice pass by Godowski underneath. 9-6. Christian Brothers up 3. First 2 of the game for loose. Out top into the game. That's Golson. Jeremy Golson hands off to Selders. And here's a turnover. They tried to go down along the baseline to Fofana and out of bounds.
The Bucks are doing a good job of slowing down Valdosta State and making them work for the baskets, getting a few turnovers here.
Yeah, we were talking about now. This is a team that you blink and they can put 20 points on the board quickly on you, but right now only 6 points, 13:33 to play in the first half. Oh, pass tipped away but picked up by Godowski. Here's the 3 by Rootseth. Got it! Rootseth knocks it down, and it's 12-6 Christian Brothers.
And Rootseth's one of those players that can get hot and really fill it up if you leave him open.
Here's a whistle. Be a foul on the floor as Mitchell tried to drive. Rootseth's on the season 36% from behind the arc, 36.8%. He's had some games at 33 at Mississippi College when he just exploded. He's struggled the last 4 games, but we know he's a guy that can really shoot it. Here's a drive, bucket and a foul, and they're probably going to get loose. His second. That time is Fofana just driving down the left side. And that's one of those where I think, you scout an opponent. Fofana, 5 of 13 from behind the three-point line, probably want to gap him until he proves he can make one.
Right, he's looking to drive, and you got to.
But that goes back to the foul at the other end on loose when, as Fofana makes the free throw, makes it 12-9.
Yeah.
You see that foul there, and you expect a foul like that. It's the one at the other end where you can't afford to pick that ticky-tack up.
He's still in the game if he doesn't do that ticky-tack. And he'll learn. He's a young player.
Rootseth, left wing, looks to work in. Nothing there. Out to Jones in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Christian Brothers works around Godowski. Out top, Etienne for 3. Hard off the backboard. Not a real good shot by Christian Brothers. Quickly the other way. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Etienne. Jones will run, then holds it up. Christian Brothers up 3. 12:25 to play in the half. 18 shot clock. Rootseth for 3 again. Can't get this one to go. Rebound tipped around. Picked up by Godowski. Another opportunity. Here's a 3. No. Again, rebound battled for this time. The Blazers come away with it. It's like a tennis match up and down with Valdosta State. They work it around the perimeter. A deep 3 out front. Good. We're tied. That was Golson. A little space.
You got to get out on that. That really wasn't that far out there, but you still got to get out there, get a hand up.
And this pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay at Christian Brothers. 11:37 to play in the first half. Media timeout on the floor. We're tied at 12. We'll take a break, and we'll be back to Canale Arena. 11:37 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers and Valdosta knotted at 12. And Ed here in the early going, seen some good defensive effort by Christian Brothers, struggling on the offensive end, though 5 of 14 from the floor, 1 of 6 behind the arc.
Yeah, well, this Christian Brothers team has struggled at times to score. And that's, they rely on their defense.
Godowski out top, looks to drive, and they're going to get him with the travel. Yeah. Took an extra step in there. Got it to go off the glass, but it's called for the infraction. Valdosta, 4 of 11 from the floor, 36%, 2 of 6 behind the arc.
But they're looking at another deep three.
There it is, Golson again.
He's looking to shoot every time he catches it. If he can get it off, he's going to shoot it.
15-12, Valdosta with their first lead of the game. Payne, Rootsap, baseline, drive, scores, and his foul. Little man gets in there and finishes, and he'll go to the line for a possible three-point play.
Rootsap's coming to this game aggressive. He's looking to score.
You're going to get the foul on Fafana. His first, team's second. And Rootsap with a chance to tie the game. He's got 5, make it 6. We're knotted again at 15. 11 minutes to play in the first half. First of 2 straight at home for Christian Brothers. I'll have West Florida here on Saturday. Copeland drives. He's knocked to the floor. Check it, that was Mitchell who drove. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. They get the foul on Godowski. That'll be his second. So Mitchell at the line for the Blazers. First free throw is no good. Rattles out. Mitchell on the season shooting right at 60%, 24-40. Christian Jones checks back in. He'll get Godowski. And Godowski, after the long layoff due to the ankle injury, still trying to find his rhythm, shake off a little rust. Mitchell's second attempt, that rattles home. Puts the Blazers up 1. And checking back into the game, that's Cam Hamilton. He'll replace Mitchell. Back with some full court pressure. Rootsap will work it up the floor against Owen. Bramble. Here's Deifel around right side. We were looking at the last 4 games, and in 4 games where Christian Brothers has struggled offensively. And you look at some key players on this team. Nick Deifel, Rootsap, Payne looks to drive, 5 shot clock. Rootsap drives down the lane again. This time shot partially blocked. Can't get it to go. Rebound Blazers. Here comes Golson. Keep an eye on him. But you look at those last 4 games, and, Rootsap struggled from the floor. Deifel struggled. And they're going to get a, who'd they get the foul? They're getting the foul on Bramble.
Saying he stepped over, went into his space, stepped over the top of his foot. It was really 3 seconds.
Yeah, he was in there a while. But the last 4 games, Rootsap struggled from the floor. Deifel has struggled. Luce has struggled in different areas. You have 3 key guys struggling. It's hard.
Yeah.
13 shot clock.
Someone else has got to step up and score. Now Bramble has scored a few, but he's inconsistent from the field too.
Golson this time deep 3 out top. No, Bramble with the board.
See, that was a contested one from Golson, a deep one, but they were contested. It was under pressure, and he didn't make it. You got to put some pressure on him. Don't let him just jump up and shoot it without any pressure.
Rootsap hands off to Payne on the right wing. Looks in it. Bramble gives it to him. Bramble wants to back his way down. Shot fake, takes it up. Good. Scores off the glass. He's got 6, and it's 17-16. Puts Christian Brothers back up 1. Here's a turnover. Owens wanted to drive down the left side. Lost it out of bounds. Ricky Brown into the game.
Now, it's a close game, but Valdosta looks a little bit frustrated because they can't run the ball.
There's Jones deep on the left side of the floor. Wants a ball screen, gets it from Bramble. Wants to drive, cut off, kicks out. Deifel for three, good on the left wing. Nice kick out that time.
You get the ball in the middle of the lane, put pressure on them, and you're going to get some open shots outside.
20-16, 4-point margin for Christian Brothers. Oh, and they're going to call a kick ball by Aiden Ruthsat.
Still good pressure.
Yep.
They're putting good pressure on Valdosta State, and they're frustrating them.
8:44 to play first half. Christian Brothers with the 4-point lead. 16 now on the shot clock. Owen out top, thought about a three, wants to drive, cut off by Payne. Turnaround jumper now from the free throw line. Good, nice shot. 20-18. As we said, Valdosta team averaging over 80 points per game coming in, but at least to this point, Christian Brothers able to kind of slow this thing down, or at least slow Valdosta down a little bit. Bramble underneath. It does go. Thought it was going to roll off, but it rolled in instead. He's got 8. Cole at the other end. Shot blocked. Here comes Christian Brothers. Deifel, ooh. Thought about a three. Pulled it back, then did pull the trigger. Couldn't get it to go. Bramble again, offensive rebound. He's going to shoot 2. Media timeout on the floor. 7:53 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers leads 22-18. Bramble will shoot 2 when we come back right after this. $7:53 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers on top of Valdosta State, 22-18. Foul was on Ricky Brown, his second. Bramble will be at the line to shoot 2. Bramble with 8 already in the game. This will be his first trip to the free throw line. He's 4-4 from the floor, 3 rebounds.
And Christian Brothers is turning around on Valdosta State. They're getting out and running, taking their opportunities, and they're keeping Valdosta State from running the floor.
Free throw from Bramble up, good. He's got 9. Bramble on the season, 67% at the free throw line. Second attempt, that's a little strong. Rebound tipped around and picked up by the Blazers.
Yeah,
not sure what happened at the other end, but
he got to come out.
Yes.
I think he got hit in the nose. He's bleeding.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull him out, so Gordon will check back in.
Christian Brothers, as a team, has struggled from the free throw line. That's one thing they need to get better at.
Owen out top. Everything you watched, here's Owen, another free throw line jumper, front iron, no. Deifel comes away with the board, outlet to Payne. He wants to run. Goes to Rootsat, right side, drives, baseline, kicks to Jones, out to Deifel for three. Good! One more pass, and Deifel gets a look at a three, and it's 26-18. Christian Brothers with its biggest lead.
That was a good play by Jones. He had a shot, but his teammate had a better shot, so he moved along, made that extra pass.
Step back three at the other end. That rims out. No. Rebound. Saved in by Jesse Payne. Etienne comes away with it.
That was good hustle by Etienne. He ran at his teammate who was trying to save it.
Oh, an opportunity. Ooh. They went to Deifel in the corner, and he hit a cutting Etienne down the lane, but Etienne just couldn't handle it and went out of bounds back to Valdosta. Down the lane, offensive foul as they get Ricky Brown running over Jesse Payne. Third on Brown.
Payne had good position, and he held his position. He's good. He's good at taking those charges. He's not afraid to get laid out.
And third foul on Brown, so he goes to the bench. Golson back into the game. Sixth turnover for Valdosta.
Golson's back in. They need not to give him any room out there on the three-point line. He's 2 for 3 already in this game.
So now full court pressure by the Blazers. And again, if you're John Riley, you've got to be extremely pleased with what you've seen from your team, especially on the defensive end. Jones, they break the pressure easily. Look to attack, nothing there, and did the smart thing, backed it out.
Yeah, the key for him is can they keep this up for the rest of the game? Can they keep the pressure up and stop Valdosta State for the rest of the game?
Christian Brothers works it around to Rootsat on the left side. Dump down low. Etienne strong to the basket. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
That was a nice pass, and Etienne, you like how strong he was going to the basket. He was thinking about dunking that.
He goes to the line. Christian Brothers with the 8-point lead, looking to extend here. Etienne, first free throw, rattles it home. Etienne, 41% the stripe on the season, but gets that one to go. His first point of the game puts Christian Brothers up 9. Second attempt. Used some rim, but doesn't matter. Settle through. Take them any way you can get them. It's a 10-point lead for the Bucks. Golson guarded closely by Rootsat this time. Cole out top, wants to drive. We've got whistle, a foul. They get another offensive foul. This was on Cole as Etienne was able to establish position, got in front of him.
And Coach Riley teaches position defense, get in front of them, and it's really paying off right now against Valdosta. A more athletic team than the Bucks, but they're playing good pressure defense.
Payne against full court pressure. Goes the other side to Jones. Back out to Deifel for a quick three. That one's short. That might have been a little quicker than Christian Brothers would have wanted. Owens the other way. Cut off by Rootsat. Hands it to Hamilton. Hamilton step back three. Off the rim. No, Jones goes high to pull the board. Oh, and then a turnover. One of those where he wanted to give it to Payne, but Payne wasn't really looking for it. Ends up out of bounds. That one hurts a little bit.
You got to wait till Payne is ready to get. He was 2 feet away from him, giving up the ball. You got to get a little space there. Give him time to be ready for the ball.
Owen out top. 15 shot clock. 5:40 left in the half. Golson dumps down low to Cole. Cole loses it. Yeah, good help defense by Christian Brothers. Here come the Bucks the other way. Deifel, shot fake. Dumps down low to Etienne. Back out to Deifel. Goes to Payne. Payne got it into the lane.
You know, a team like Christian Brothers that struggles to score, they're scoring pretty easily now, and most of it's coming from their defense. They're getting lots of energy by getting stops down on the defensive end. They're turning energy back into scores on the other end. Yeah,
timeout Valdosta as they've got to try and stop the bleeding. Christian Brothers lead 30-18. And Ed, just stay right here through this break, but Christian Brothers 11 of 23 from the floor, 47.8%, 3 of 10 from behind the arc. it's the other side of the ledger where I know John Riley's the happiest. 6 of 18 from the floor for Valdosta, only 3 of 10 shooting behind the arc. So defensively is where Christian Brothers is getting it done tonight.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on Valdosta. They're not letting them get out and run the ball. And part of it is they're scoring. They're scoring points, and Valdosta's having a hard time running up the floor. And Valdosta looks a little frustrated running their half-court offense.
Well, as we said, Saturday, Christian Brothers right back at home. West Florida coming to Canale Arena, as that game will be a 3 o'clock tip-off. Women will tip off at 1 o'clock. Hope you can join us. Fans allowed back in the gym. So come on out. Student section, pretty full down at one end. Good to see that. We'll hopefully have a good crowd on Saturday. Earlier tonight, the Christian Brothers women, well, they ran into a buzzsaw in Valdosta State as Valdosta State won 101-62. Valdosta with the ball trailing by 12, a 3. No, weak side board. Cole pulls it down, and a tie-up jump ball. Possession arrow, Valdosta State.
They have the possession arrow.
Gordon took the 3. Boy, Cole can just get off the floor. He's got pogo sticks for legs there, the way he gets up. Here's Cole again. Backs it out. Mitchell, who just checked back in. Golson. Well, he wanted to pull the trigger. Oh, a kick ball. It'll stay with Valdosta again.
So we set the shot clock to 20. Although Valdosta doesn't seem to worry about that.
The only time they've really worried about it, they hit the desperation 3 at the top of the key. And
that was their best play.
Yeah. I think Valdosta, they're going to inbound along the baseline. Here's Cole. Owen looks to drive, cut off. Nice job by Jesse Payne. Kicked out. How many deflections has Christian Brothers got in this game? Be it with a hand or a foot, something. They're getting getting a body part on the ball every trip, it seems like.
Yeah, Coach Riley's got to be really happy about that. I don't know if they have a coach over there keeping deflections, but that's something that Coach Riley stresses. Get your hands up. Get some deflection. Boy, Owens can get up in the air, too.
Yeah, Owen can get up, knock that one down with 5 on the shot clock. And a double dribble. Turnover. 30-20, Christian Brothers up 10, 4:35 to play in the first half. 6th turnover for Christian Brothers. Golson will inbound right in front of our position. Owen wants to drive again, gets by everybody, can't get it to go off the glass. Rebound Etienne, and then he nearly throws it away as he tried to go to Rootsat. Etienne out front. Raji Phillips getting ready to check in for Christian Brothers. Payne, Deifel for 3. Yes, top of the key. Deifel knocks down another one.
And Deifel's another one that's a streaky scorer. He hits a couple. He can really fill it up.
Christian Brothers up 13, their biggest lead. Cole thought about it. Now drives in the lane. Floater, no. Rebound, Christian Jones. Here come the Bucks again. A chance to stretch this thing even more. Up 13 with possession.
They're going to slow it down, use some clock, try to get an easy shot here.
Deifel hit a couple threes here in the first half. 10 shot clock. Payne, right side, works into the lane. Gives to Etienne, back to Payne. And he steps out of bounds as the shot clock was running down. 3:21 to play here in the first half. We'll have immediate timeout on the floor. Christian Brothers on top, 33-20. Let's take a break, and we'll be back to Canale Arena. 3:21 left in the first half. Christian Brothers up 13, 33-20.
Well, the Bucks need to keep sustaining this. Even if they just play even with them for the next 3 minutes, they don't need to give up a run to Valdosta, because you know Valdosta is going to make a run. Well, you just don't want it to be right here at the end of the half or at the start of the second half. And at some point they're going to make a run. You just got to play through it.
Zelders will bring it up the floor for Valdosta, trailing by 13. A little isolation right side. Here's a turnover, and again, this time at Fofana looking to work on Deifel, just lost his footing.
The Bucks just keep staying in front of Valdosta and let them make their moves, but just staying in front of them, make tough shots, and Valdosta just keeps turning the ball over.
And again, you look at Fofana. This we said earlier, he's a guy that shoots 5 of 13. Gap him, make him prove he can hit one from the perimeter, because we know he can probably put it on the floor and drive. Raji Phillips, who checked in for Christian Brothers. Christian Jones drives, kicks out, roots that for 3. Left side, no. And we're going to get a foul. They'll get Etienne. Good effort going for the rebound. Yeah, there's certain fouls, in my opinion, Ed, you don't mind watching a guy like there, Etienne, trying to go up hard for an offensive rebound. The one on loose you probably don't want to see. That one, hey, good effort.
Right. And he did get the ball.
Yeah. So, 17th foul, first on Etienne, and Golson will go to the line to shoot the bonus.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. You don't want to put him on the line every time.
Surprisingly, Golson, 4 of 10 at the free throw line on the season.
Oh,
now make it
another one.
4 of 11. Golson, one of those anomalies, 42% behind the three-point line, shoots better behind the three-point line than at the free throw line. See a guy like Golson and the way he shoots, and you automatically expect about 70-80% at the stripe.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that when I looked at the stats of his three-point shooting.
5 shot clock. Deifel wants to work. Kicks out Jones for 3. No. Etienne got a hand on it. Oh, nice effort by Deifel to keep it alive to Ruth Sapp. Oh, Etienne had it. Couldn't hold on, but it goes out to Raji Phillips, who takes the jumper. No good. Quickly the other way. Owens wants to drive. He loses it. Phillips with the steal. Christian Brothers with numbers. He wants to run to Jones. To Rootsat. Deifel in the left corner. Drives. And a block.
He's going to the line. He's calling shooting. He passed it off, but he's calling a shot.
Yeah, 1-1. Yeah, it'll be 17th foul. The foul was on Fofana. So Deifel goes to the line. Christian Brothers leading 33-20, up 13, and Deifel at the line to shoot the bonus. 79% at the stripe on the season. Minute 47 left here in the first half. Free throw up. Got it. Went through a little bit of a lull there when neither team was able to put the ball in the basket. That ends the snide right there, and Deifel puts Christian Brothers up 14. Deifel's second attempt is good. He knocks them both down, and Christian Brothers up 15. They've extended to a 15-point margin. Ooh, Mitchell, nice spin move. He scores.
Well, the few times they got an easy basket tonight.
Boy, quick. And you can just tell this basketball team, so many guys that are good at playing off the dribble. Ruth Sat. Out top, Deifel. 14 shot clock. Raji Phillips. Shot clock at 9. Ruth Sat, 3. Left side, good! Ruth Sat with 3 more. 38-22. Biggest lead now 16 for the Bucks.
Rusat looks
and a turnover.
Oh, another turnover. That one was unforced.
Yeah. You can just tell. Valdosta State just somewhat rattled in this contest. Again, this is a team, and we don't want to wake up a sleeping giant. Don't get me wrong. This is a team averaging 84 points a game coming in. They've got 22 points here with under a minute left in the first half.
Right. And only 27% from three-point line.
Right.
And they're shooting 40.
At 40, yeah. Under a minute left here in the first half, 45 seconds, 18 shot clock. Phillips, left side. Crossover by Jones. Nice move, goes baseline. Pins it, kicks out to Rousset. 8 shot clock. He'll fire a three out front. No. Off to the right. Mitchell with the board. Wants to run, now pulls up.
Oh, Goldsman got a good look.
Oh, but couldn't get it to go. Rebound tipped out. Oh, Jones couldn't corral it.
Don't foul.
And a bucket by Gordon.
Plenty of time here.
38-24, 8 seconds. 4 seconds. Jones way out. 3-1's going to have to fire a desperation shot off the glass and off the front iron. Nearly got it to go, but comes off. Probably hope for a little bit better look there. But nonetheless, Christian Brothers goes to the locker room at the half, up 38-24. And if you're John Riley, a lot to be happy with here in the first half.
Yeah, his team is playing very, very well on the defensive end, and they're taking advantage of good opportunities on the offensive end. So Coach Riley should be happy, but if you know Coach Riley and look at him, he doesn't ever look happy.
No. As any coach will tell you, there's always something to improve on, right? Always something you can harp on. Anyway, we're at the half. Christian Brothers on top, 38-24 here in Game 2. When we come back after this short timeout, head coach Jesse Carmack of the Christian Brothers Lady Bucks will join us. We'll talk with her right after this from Canale Arena. Welcome back to Canale Arena as we're at the half. Christian Brothers men leading Valdosta State 38-24. I'm David Luce, joined now by head coach Jesse Carmack of the Christian Brothers Lady Bucks as her team fell in Game 1 tonight to Valdosta State. And first things first, Coach, good to see you.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for doing this.
You know what? Having fun. Having a lot of fun. Haven't done this in a while, so had to knock some rust off. But, Coach, let's talk about your team and your game a little bit. Obviously did not go the way you would want it to, but, as you look at that contest, you knew coming in, Valdosta, a very good basketball team. And the thing we talked about, and this is what I want you to comment on, you've got a young basketball team. Mm-hmm. And tonight, we were talking, maybe the thing your team needed to learn was how a veteran basketball team plays, because that's what Valdosta is.
Yeah, and Valdosta does a great job. Coach Shermer's done a great job since she's been in there. And they're a well-established program. They've been a well-established program here in this conference. And to continue to go up against, grad transfers and seniors and players who have just so much game experience, it's tough for a young group, and you kind of never know what to expect out of us. But we keep battling. I mean, tonight didn't go the way that we wanted to. Definitely wasn't our game plan. But one thing about these young group of kids is they're fighters. And they're going to fight. They're going to bounce back. I have no doubt in that. I trust them. They trust what we're doing. We just have a lot of work to do. And we have a lot of learning to do. We have a lot of learning about the game of basketball and how to handle situations. And we continue to do that on a daily basis.
Coach, as you look at this game and throw the score out, but as you look at this game this evening, What were the things you walk away with saying, I was happy with this or that? What were the positives you did find?
I was happy with some of the kids who don't get a lot of time for them to come in and still work hard and play hard. I was happy with Jeremiah's play in the second half. That's a kid that's extremely athletic, and she's a kid that can kind of be a reckoning force here in this conference. And the first half wasn't too well. I challenged her at half at time, and she did do a good job responding. And so the second half was better. There's one, we just have to continue to work on. We have to continue to play together, and so that's a learning process. That's trying to work through mistakes, and it's more mental than anything. When a team hits 9 threes on you in the first half and you're playing zone, you start to question things. But there's a reason why we were in zone, and there's a reason why we came out of the second half in a zone, and we just have to continue to trust that process.
Coach, before the game we were talking, your team, last 4 contests coming into tonight, 80 points plus in each of those games. And it looked like your team really starting to kind of find a groove, and the way your style is up and down, let's push the pace a little bit. Tonight, didn't really seem able, at least for 40 minutes, to do that, but there were stretches where you saw that team that can really get up and down the floor.
Yeah, the end of the third quarter and the start of the fourth, we played at the pace that we want to play at. And it starts on the defensive end for us. We've got to get stops. We've got to get rebounds so that we can play at that pace. And I think that we were a little scared and a little nervous of that to start when they jumped out on us by 20. But 10 is 2 for us. A 10-point lead, we can cut that, significantly in a matter of 30 to 45 seconds with the style and the pace that we play. And that's one thing that we have to remember. Just because we're down 10, we can close that gap. Even down 20, this team's fought back early on in the first part of our season. We're down 16, we came back and won. We're down 17, we take a game to overtime. I mean, these kids have some resiliencies, and it's because of the pace we play, because we can score so fast.
Coach, Emily Jones, 21 points tonight, and you look at her throughout the course of the season, and obviously I think it goes without saying one of the best players probably in the Gulf South Conference with what she's been able to do. But beyond just Emily Jones, you look at Yaya Coleman, and you talk about Montgomery and Bella Jones, a lot of young faces that are getting valuable minutes here early in their careers.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of trying to rebuild a program and rebuild a culture, and that's what we talk about during the recruiting process is, do you want to be part of the building blocks here? And M's just been done a tremendous job of just being solid all year round. I know that kid's going to go out and play hard. She's willing to learn. She's willing to listen. She's playing at a pretty high level right now. She got 14 games in her freshman campaign, was named Gulf South Freshman of the Year. That's a lot of pressure. That's a big target on your back coming into your sophomore campaign. People, are going to focus on her, especially losing such a significant score with Bryn last year. But we were able to kind of bring some pieces to surround Emily, like a Yaya Coleman, like a Jeremiah Montgomery. But we just got to play games. We've got to get experience. We've got to fight through this adversity.
Coach, you talk about the building blocks and building this program. As you look at this team this season, what have you seen from this team from game 1 to tonight that shows you, hey, we're making progress?
We are, and it's their willingness to learn and their willingness to never give in and to never give up. We talk about playing with a lot of love and passion for the game and for each other and the opportunities that we have every single day to put one foot in front of the other. And they buy into that. They commit to that. And we've made so much growth. Nobody wants to lose by 40 points 3 times in a year. And it's happened to us. But guess what? You've got to face some adversity in life. And you got to face some adversity on the court because that's when you really rally together and come together. And we talk a lot about playing, taking the cookie jar, putting good memories in our cookie jar, being able to pull those things out when it comes to tough times, and being able to really callous our mindset where, the toughness comes out. And we still have to work on that. It's an everyday conversation for us. But they've done a tremendous job. We didn't give in tonight. I know it said 40 points, but we didn't give in. We didn't quite give in like we had earlier on in the year.
Obviously one of the positives, you never want to have to sit around and too long and think about a loss. You don't have to. You got West Florida coming in on Saturday. Tell us what to expect there.
West Florida is another very good, experienced team. They've brought in some transfers. They have a really good freshman post player with a lot of size who's, pretty much averaging a double-double. Coach Yelton does a tremendous job. They were in the Elite 8 in 2017, so that's a program that knows how to win. And Coach Yelton's kind of put those pieces in place to where they've had success. I know they had a tough loss tonight at Union. And so they'll be ready to go for us. But the one thing about it is we get to play another day. And just being able to take advantage of to have another day together, with a group of young women that we genuinely do love each other. And so we're looking forward to it. It's a tough week. We played Tuesday, we played today, we play Saturday. That's a lot to ask for young kids, and we started school this week.
Sure.
But I don't let us live with excuses. I don't care that we're young. I don't care what our schedule look like. We're going to go through tough times, and we're going to do it together.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, and good luck on Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's head coach Jesse Carmack of the Christian Brothers Ladybugs. We're at the half here in Game 2. The Christian Brothers men on top 38-24. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back right after this to Canale Arena. Welcome back to Canale Arena at the half. Christian Brothers leading Valdosta State 38-24. Real quick look at a few numbers from the first half. Christian Brothers balanced attack in the first 20 minutes as Christian Brothers shoots 13 of 29 from the floor, 5 of 15 from behind the three-point line. Opon Bramble, 4 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 2 at the free throw line, has 9 points. Leading scorer was Nick Deifel. Deifel Those 3 of 6 overall, 3 of 5 from behind the three-point line. He has 11 points. Aiden Ruthsat, 3 of 8 overall, 2 of 5 behind the arc, 1 of 1 at the free throw line. He has 9. And Ed Murphy joining me again. And Ed, what we're talking a little bit about, kind of a balanced scoring attack for Christian Brothers. You have Deifel leading the way with 11, but Bramble with 9, Ruthsat with 9, and then a host of guys with 1 or 2 points. But, again, it wasn't a necessarily high-scoring first half overall, but a good effort, especially defensively, for Christian Brothers.
Yeah, this game has the pace that Christian Brothers wants, holding Valdosta State from running up and down the court. But they are getting their own fast breaks at key times. They're getting turnovers, and they're turning them into points on the other end. They're not letting Valdosta State do the same thing.
Valdosta State 9 of 25 overall, 3 of 12 from behind the three-point line, 3 of 6 at the free throw line. Christian Brothers out rebounding Valdosta State 19-16 in the first half. Christian Brothers with 7 turnovers. Here's a huge stat in the first half. Valdosta State, 11 turnovers. And a lot of that, there were a couple unforced errors in there, but most of that, when we talked about how many deflections in the first half for Christian Brothers?
Yeah, there's a couple. It seems like there were a couple of dozen deflections. They had 3 deflections on that one possession where they ended up hitting that long 3 right at the shot clock. That was just in one possession they had 3. So they're getting their hand. They have active hands, and that's what Coach Riley, you could hear him about 100 times a game. High hands, 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 hands. That's all he's yelling over there on the side, and they're listening to him because they're getting their hands on the ball.
Biggest lead in the first half was 16 for Christian Brothers, and as we get ready for the start of the second half, Christian Brothers up 14 with the ball to start the second 20 minutes.
Well, I like that the Christian Brothers won the battle on the free throw line also, 7-9 for the free throw line, and Valdosta State is only 3 of 6.
Well, Dave Lou Sr. always said, make more free throws than your opponent shoots. You remember that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. It's ingrained in my mind.
Underway here in the second half. Champaign left side looks in at Bramble, not there. A lot of body contact down in the low post with Bramble and Cole. Here's Bramble underneath, spins, takes it up, got it.
Well, that's about the third basket Bramble had that hanging on the rim, and it rolled in the right way.
He's got 11, and Christian Brothers matches his biggest lead up 16. Owen, top key, right side. Here's a 3. Got it, rattled it home. That was Hamilton.
Well, Valdosta State's going to start hitting from threes.
Well, Payne out top. Christian Brothers lead at 13. And now, tipped away from behind as Deifel tried to go to Champaign. And you brought up a good point. Can Christian Brothers mimic the second 20 like it played the first? Payne, step back 3, no good. Rebound, weak side. Valdosta on the run. Here's a 3. No. Cole with the offensive board back up. He's fouled, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that time, Cole with that leaping ability just skied up over any buck that could go up there with him. One of those where you got to get contact and back him away from the basket.
Yeah, it's tough. You got to back him even further, as high as he can jump.
Yeah. So Bramble picks up the foul, his second, and that free throw's good. That makes it 40-28.
Daniel Luce checking in for Bramble.
Yep, Luce checks in with 2. So now both big men with a couple of fouls. Second attempt, got them both.
That's a quick 5 for Valdosta in the first minute and a half.
They trimmed the lead to 11. Well, Payne will slow it down a little bit for Christian Brothers here. Payne off the ball screen, down low to Luce. Luce, stab hook, left hand, good! Christian Brothers has had success down in the paint between Bramble and Luce.
The friendly limbs of Canale Arena. They're getting the rolls down there close.
Owen thought about a 3, didn't pull the trigger. Into the lane.
Boy,
there's a foul. They're going to fall away jumper. And Payne, another one of those where Payne felt like he went straight up, but he made contact with Owen's wrist and Owen will go to the line.
Well, let's face it, in the first half, what we've seen out of Owens, a guard's not going to block his shot.
No.
He's jumping up there higher than everybody.
Yeah.
So you just got to get your hand up and just put pressure on him.
Free throw good. Oh. Owens at the line, 61% on the season. Knocks them both down. He's got 6. And it's 42-31, back to an 11-point lead for Christian Brothers. Owens will pick Payne up at the midcourt stripe. Just over 2 minutes into the second half. Payne, pull-up jumper, top of the key, good! Got the ball screen. Defender kind of backed off of him to go underneath the screen, and Payne took advantage.
The defender was listening to his coach, back off, and Payne made him pay for it.
Valdosta down low, left side. He's going to back in on Deifel. Stab hook, no. That was Gordon. Turnover, 3, can't get it to go. We've got a whistle and a foul. Yeah, this one's going to go on Gordon.
That's good box out by Payne. You were talking before. He made body contact, pushed him, and he couldn't get. And he drew the foul.
44-31. Second on Gordon. First team foul of the half. Payne into the front court. Gets another ball screen top of the key. Dumps down low, loose, shot fake, and has it knocked out of bounds. Gave a shot fake and then had it stripped from his hands by Cam Hamilton out of bounds. Champaign inbounds to Luce. To Jones, top of the key. Tries to fire back down to Luce, and it's off the foot of Cam Hamilton. The shot clock will go to 20. 17-12 to play in the game. Lob. Oh, Jones couldn't get it to go.
They weren't paying attention.
Valdosta on the run the other way. Owens looks to attack in the lane. Pull-up jumper. Good. Well, that hurts a little bit. Great play. Quickly the other way. Jones all the way to the basket. Lay in. Good. Back and forth there. For 3 at the other end. No. Rebound. Payne. Payne will run out to Jones again. Jones. This one's blocked. Deifel at the offensive board at the other end. Back and forth, up and down. But now, the thing you got to be careful of, yes, you're getting some runouts and you got a couple buckets there, but do you want to try and sustain this pace with a team that prefers to play that way?
No, the Bucks don't want to keep this up. They want to take a couple opportunities. They want to keep it up. They have a little problem with the lights on the back of the basket.
What I think
somebody hit the basket and had the lights come on. They're trying to reset it.
One of the Blazers went up and hit the backboard attempting to block one of the shots. And when they hit the backboard, the light came on, and now they can't get the light off.
They're trying to run the clock down and try to.
Looks like Christmas. So 16-14 left in the game. When I say that, that clock's running too, yeah.
I don't think they.
And now they're having a discussion on, let's just play. We're going to play with the light on. So now you know in the event that the shot clock is running down or the game clock, don't try and rely on the lights or on the backboard, yeah.
You got to listen to the buzzer.
48-33. Christian Brothers up 15. Down low to Cole. Takes up. And again, Daniel Luce, not a smart play there. Came from behind to try and block the shot. Instead gets called for the foul. And Cole will go to the line to attempt a three-point play. Cole.
Luce picks up his third foul.
Yeah,
just out of the game.
Yeah, and you talked about it earlier. Sometimes Danny Luce's own worst enemy in some of the decisions he makes and gets himself into foul trouble. Free throw up and good. So a 15-point lead suddenly back down to 12 for Christian Brothers. Christian Jones into the front court. gives to Payne, guarded closely out top. Valdosta trying to pick up some defensive intensity here and defensive pressure. Skip pass left side to Champagne. He wants to drive, loses it on his way in. Turnover. Here comes Owen. Shot fake, step back, kick into Owen. Spins in the lane, takes it up in traffic and scores. And Christian Brothers is going to take a timeout as the lead suddenly down to 10. 48-38, 15:54 to play in the game. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break and we'll be back to Canale Arena. $15:54 to play in the game. Christian Brothers leading 48-38, but a 5-0 run by Valdosta State.
Yeah, we talked about it at the start of the second half. Valdosta State's going to make a run here. Now, you want to keep this run at 5 points. You don't want to let them build on this. Just settle down, run your offense, keep playing good defense.
Full court pressure by Valdosta. Inbound to Payne. They'll back out, and Payne will work it up the floor. Has it tipped initially, but maintains. Still 20 on the shot clock, so plenty of time for Christian Brothers. Etienne will work it around to Payne, looks to drive baseline, backs his way in, tries to dump down low, pass is tipped out. It'll stay with Christian Brothers. Tried to find Etienne on the opposite side.
But Etienne was underneath the basket. I'm not sure what he would have done with that if he caught it. He would have been trapped underneath the basket.
And now immediate timeout on the floor, 15:34 to play. Christian Brothers up 10, 48-38, and we'll be back again with Christian Brothers basketball. $15:34 left in the game. Christian Brothers on top of Valdosta State, 48-38. And Ed, as you said, now Christian Brothers has to answer the runs you know will come from the Blazers. Here's Payne into the lane. Down
That's
low.
gotta be a foul.
Yeah, they got a whistle. And that foul's on Cam Hamilton for illegal use of the hands.
That sounds like a football term
Yeah.
there.
I don't know if I've ever actually heard that on the basketball court, but okay. Payne inbounds baseline to Rootsat in the far corner. He'll bring it out front and reset himself. 14 shot clock. Payne crossover, looks to drive, stops out front to Deifel. Deifel fires a three. No. Back iron, rebound loose, but Cole comes away with it for the Blazers. There's Valdosta State at the other end. And you just look at Owen, and you could tell Owens is always looking to attack. He might not always do it, but, here's a lob down low. Good, that was Gordon, and now all of a sudden it's an 8-point lead for Christian Brothers and a 7-0 run for Valdosta State.
Yeah, Deifel just didn't have a chance on that one, just more athletic player.
Payne, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, other end, good. Nice-looking jumper by Jesse Payne.
No, Jesse Payne is a competitor. I saw him play in high school. He's a competitor. He's not going to ever back down. He knows he settles them down.
And at the other end, 20 on the shot clock. Valdosta looks to attack. Good defense by Ruth out there. Nearly a turnover, but it's saved in by Owen. And now a foul on Payne. A little too much body. The only thing that saved that from being a turnover is probably Owen's leaping ability to go up and get it. Owens inbound.
Payne just picked up his third foul.
There's loose ball. Over and back. It's going to be a turnover. It's going to go to Christian Brothers.
But and that's just Christian Brothers pressure. Other teams, when the ball goes away like that, other teams will just kind of let it go. Christian Brothers forces the issue, make you run that down.
And Bramble going to check back in.
Why is the shot clock only 20?
Yeah, on over and backs. I guess
Over
that's
and backs 20.
Yeah. Saw that earlier this season. There's Jones, baseline, gets a step. Hits! Oh, yeah.
Christian Brothers bench like that.
52-40, 4-1 puts Christian Brothers back up 12. And a whistle on the other end and a possible three-point play as Owen went right into the lane.
Owen has really been aggressive in the second half. He is looking to score every time he catches the ball.
Right now, defensively, and that's a tough matchup for most of the Christian Brothers guards. They try and keep Owens in front of them. But that bucket brings Valdosta back within 10, 52-42. Free throw up and good. Owens has 13 now in the game.
That's a little pressure here.
Quick, athletic. As Ed said, a little full court pressure. Into the front court. And here's...
That's a kick.
Yeah, that ball's kicked out. As Dom looked to go down low. Dom will inbound along the baseline, left side. Ooh, tries to go out front. It's tipped by Owens, out of bounds. Fortunate break there. And John Riley telling Christian Jones, go get it. That was a long pass, and you look at Owens, just a guy that looks like he could be a cornerback. He closed that
like
gap.
A play from a cornerback right there.
Again, a little token pressure. Deifel across the stripe. Bring it out up front to reset. Godowski ready to check back in for Christian Brothers. Deifel, right side over to Jones. Jones into the lane. All sorts of contact as he's pinballed around in there. And there's a whistle and a foul.
There's a lot more whistles here to start second half than
Yeah.
there was in the first half. That doesn't bode well for Christian Brothers, though.
I think they got the foul on Fafana. And it's Jones at the line, makes the first one. Jones with 7 in the game.
Godowski checked in for.
Yep. Dom will go to the bench as Luke Godowski checks back in.
Was that last foul on 1 or 11? Was the last foul on 1 or 11?
Second one goes. And there's some discussion on who the foul was on. Okay, now I'm totally confused. It looked like
they said 1 or 11.
It was
and now
one,
it's on
yeah,
5.
and now it's on 5. So the foul was not on Fofana. The foul was actually on Mike Cole. The official was actually trying to show 1 and 1. Well, it wasn't 1 and 1 though. It was a shooting foul. I don't know why. I'm not sure what we're talking about now. Deifel with the steal, regardless the other way. Owens tips it away from behind. It'll stay with Christian Brothers.
Owens is just all over the ball in the second half. he's involved almost in every single play.
Well, he couldn't have called the foul on 5, could he? 5 went in the game, right? Never mind, I don't know. Deifel, jumper, baseline. Oh, rims in and out. Rebound tipped around, still loose. Rootsap comes away with it for the Bucks. Another opportunity as Christian Brothers leads by 11, 54-43. Godowski drives baseline. Cut off, in trouble, kicks out. Deifel thought about a 3. Goes in the corner to Jones. 6 shot clock. Back out to Deifel for 3. Oh, that one comes off the rim. Rebound battled for again.
Look who gets it.
Yep, Owens. Here's a 3 at the other end. Short, front iron, no. Rebound, Bramble. That was Hamilton that fired that 3. Rootsat drives. Oh, that's swatted out of there. Fafana will run and throws it away. Well, 54-43, 12:23 to play. Christian Brothers up 11. 13th turnover in the game for Valdosta. Christian Brothers 8 miscues in the contest. Rootsat running the point, goes to Bramble at the free throw line.
Christian Brothers needs to get his basket here, and then you'll go into the next media timeout.
There's a whistle down low as Godowski with position in the low post. And they're going to get Mitchell with the hold. That'll be his first, team 4th. So that'll allow Christian Brothers to inbound underneath. Oh, Deifel, nice cut. And Christian Jones found him on the weak side.
Jones was patient on that, let that develop, and he got a wide open shot underneath.
The other end, quickly the other way. Again, Selders. Don't try and catch your breath because they're going to come right back at you. 56-45. 11:43 left. Jones on the right wing. He'll drive, baseline, cut off, in trouble, needs help, throws it out. Deifel, or check it. Godowski for 3. Oh, rattles, rims out. Rafana the other way, nearly throws it away, but it's saved in by Selders. Here's a 3. No. This thing has gotten sloppy here in the last couple minutes. Media timeout. I think we all need it. 11:17 to play in the game. Christian Brothers up 56-45. Let's take a timeout, and we'll be back to Canale Arena. $11:17 to play in the game. Christian Brothers on top, 56-45. And, Ed, I want to give myself a compliment here in Game 2. I haven't said Austin Peay once this contest yet.
Yeah, you did. You're doing well.
Nailed that one about 30 seconds into the women's contest.
Well, just 20 years of announcing. Sometimes habits just come right back in.
I know. Importantly here, Christian Brothers up 11. Daniel Luce checks back into the game. See how long he can go without picking up his 4th. Here's Godowski on the right wing. Gives to Luce top of the key. Out front to Godowski. 13 shot clock. Jones wants to drive. He loses it momentarily. Now kicks out to Deifel. 7 shot clock. And then Luce down low. Off the glass, got it. With about 3 on the shot clock, Deifel found him, and Luce got it to go with the right hand.
That's a killer. Valdosta State thought they were going to get a stop there, and then right at the end.
Other end, Selders scores.
Too easy.
58-47. Again, 11-point lead, 10.5 to go. And John Riley said, we can't trade like this. And if you're going to trade, though, at least you're doing it with the lead right now, but Christian Brothers needs to get some stops.
Yeah, it's not the way Christian Brothers' team is built.
Right.
They can't outscore or keep up.
Oh, Godowski down the lane, strong drive, and he's fouled or will shoot 2. That's one of those, Luke Godowski, people may be, if you don't know Luke Godowski, this kid can get off the floor, and that's one of those where you almost expect him to go up and try and rip the rim down.
Yeah, he's a lot more athletic than you think he is. A couple of these Christian Brother guys are a little more athletic than they look.
Hey,
you look at the eye test, you go, oh, well, he's not going to be very, very athletic. And like you said,
Godowski makes the first.
Another angle there. He could have taken down.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe fixed the light there.
That was Ole Godowski's 4th free throw attempt on the season. Second attempt. That's off to the left. No, ball loose on the floor. Still loose, and they're going to get, they're going to say that Nick Deifel, who got a hand on the ball, was out of bounds when he did it. So it'll go to Valdosta. Christian Brothers up 12, 59-47. But, Godowski, in a little preseason event they had here in the gym, they had a dunk contest. And Godowski went over the 7-footer. And, folks, the 7-footer wasn't sitting down. He was standing straight up. Mitchell drives left side. Contact and offensive foul as he ran over Deifel.
Deifel's a little banged up.
Yeah.
He comes out a little bit limping. Hopefully he'll be all right. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, Etienne checks in for him. 10:01 left. This is one of those games where Christian Brothers needs the win. You're up 12, and you just keep looking at that clock thinking, please run. You've got to be happy if you're John Riley. Now, second half, there's some things I know Riley's going to look at and say, we can do better defensively. But overall, all things considered with how this Valdosta team has scored on the season, pretty happy with what you've seen to this point.
Yeah, but like you said, they're going to have to change it up. They're going to have to get some stops here.
Yeah.
Because if Valdosta stays with they'll be scoring 40, 50 points in the second half, and the Bucks are just not built like that.
Jones.
They shouldn't be trading baskets like Coach said.
Tried to work into the lane, and now he loses it. He tips it out of bounds. It'll go back to Valdosta, and that's not a possession John Riley's going to like.
No, that was.
Hey, get stop, get back.
Let's go. Oh, I got to wipe the floor some sweat here. I did that job also, so.
I was here, yeah.
I'm a floor sweeper. I'm a fan.
You've done a little bit of everything, Christian. Yeah. And after the game, you'll probably push the bleachers in. We appreciate it.
I'll push the bleachers in and collect the chairs.
That's right. Well, Donna Crone, athletics director, just sent a message, said hello. She'd appreciate the help. Here's Cole, right baseline, wants to back his way in on Luce, takes up left hand. No! Rebound Luce, yeah. Didn't draw the foul, which was a good thing there. Ruth Sapp out front. Godowski. Looks in.
On his back now.
Yeah, had him on his back. Here's Godowski. Baseline. Drives to the rim. Scores!
Just like you said, he was up there at the rim. I've got to believe if he'd ever hurt that ankle, that would have been a dunk.
61-47. Christian Brothers back up 14. 8:50 to play in the game. Loose ball. Godowski and Luce go to the floor. Still battling for it. And it's probably, I would assume it's going to go to Valdosta because Godowski was on the sideline. It's going to stay with Valdosta, yeah. Godowski was on the sideline when he had a hand on the ball.
Well, $3 went to dive at that ball against one Valdosta player.
Well, here's Godowski again getting a hand on it, tips it out of bounds. Back to similar to the first half where we had so many deflections defensively. 17 shot clock, 8:45 to play. Selders is going to drive, kicks out for three. Golson, no. Weak side, rebound tipped out, tracked down by Christian Jones. Christian Brothers can extend the lead. Jones into the lane. Dumps down low. Godowski can't get it to go, but he's going back to the line to shoot 2 more.
That was a nice play by Jones. He went right down the lane. He might have had a shot, but he kept his balance and gave Godowski a nice shot going to the free throw line for 2.
So Godowski back to the line. He's got 3 in the game. 1 of 2 at the line in his last trip. Knocked this one down. Puts Christian Brothers up 15. Biggest lead's been 16, so Godowski can match the biggest lead here. Gordon checks back into the game for the Blazers. Godowski makes the second. 16-point margin for the Bucks. So, all right, you talk about answering runs. They've answered the last run by Valdosta. Owens, guarded by Jones.
Another deflection.
Deflection, tracked down by Selders there in the back court. 14 shot clock. He wants to work on Ruthsap, and they're going to get a foul, and that'll be the 17th foul on Christian Brothers.
No, that's not a foul. See, the referees are calling this game a little bit different because, well, Valdosta's playing a little bit harder, a little more urgency, but that's a play that wasn't a foul in the first half.
Yeah. So Selders to the line. He's got 4 points in the game. Selders' first free throw rolled around, but drops through. Selders, another guy you look at, you think might be stronger at the line, only 48% coming in. Second attempt. That one rolls off. Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Basket interference.
Yeah, basket interference. Cole went up. It was still sitting on the rim when Cole got a hand on it. So wave it off. 63-48, 15-point lead for the Bucks. 8:13 to play. Full court pressure again from Valdosta.
18's checking to make sure he has to hold the spot there.
Into Jones, and now Valdosta backs out. Ruthsap works across against Owens. Big opportunity here to...
CBU wants to work this ball and get it inside again.
Ruthsap looks in, dumps it down low to Luce. Luce backs his way in on Cole.
Nice
down
pass.
low. Oh, what ball movement. Oh. They got a foul, but Luce dumped down low to Christian Jones, who fired it across to Etienne. We've got a foul. It'll be a 1-and-1, but immediate timeout first. 7:49 to play. Christian Brothers up 15, and we'll take a timeout here from Canale Arena. $7:49 left in this one. Christian Brothers on top, 63-48. And Ed, now you listen to the timeout, and John Riley giving his instructions to his team as Keating Etienne will be at the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Yeah, Coach Riley at that timeout was stressing, play good position defense. Don't get reach-ins. Make them make tough shots. Have some discipline. And then on offense, the same thing. Have some discipline. Work the offense. Let's get the ball inside.
Etienne makes the first one. 64-48, matches the biggest lead. Now Etienne can give Christian Brothers its biggest lead with a make here. Up, no. And rebound to Valdosta State. They'll run quickly the other way. Owens drives, runs over Roos. The offensive foul. So that time Roos draws the offensive foul. And the Valdosta State bench not happy with that one as Mike Helfer and the entire bench comes jumping up on that.
I think they got the outside referee was going to call a block.
Yeah.
Now they're discussing it now. Hopefully,
you can't overturn that.
Can't overturn that. Nope, he isn't. He isn't gonna.
Well, here's Rootseth again working up against Owens.
Now it's what you said. You just want to see that clock run.
Yeah, just run.
Make good plays. Make good plays. Make them work for everything. Take the easy shots.
Wants to drive again. Cut off.
Boy, Godowski is
in the lane. No.
Got really aggressive.
Owens is going to run the other way. They have numbers to the basket. Scores. 64-50.
Now it's time for Payne to come back in.
Yeah.
And here he comes. Jesse Payne come in here, maybe settle this team down.
Another ball handler, loose out top, comes left side to Jones. 14 shot clock.
Nice
Here's
cut.
Luce. Oh, offensive foul.
I think that was a bad call. Luce caught the ball, and he's a good athlete, but he slid underneath.
Fourth on Luce. He'll go to the bench. Bramble comes back in with 6:53 to play.
Payne comes back in.
As does Jesse Payne. Gordon dumps down low to Selders. Ball tipped away. Cole comes away with it, takes it. Oh, he'll slam it home with two hands.
Coach Riley doesn't like that. He's getting a timeout.
64-52. Valdosta's back within 12, and another one of those instances where now Valdosta with a run. Can Christian Brothers answer?
Right, and Coach Riley's just going to say the same thing at the timeout.
Now up next, as we said, Christian Brothers right back at it on Saturday. And now Luce will check right back into the game. But Christian Brothers will be hosting West Florida on Saturday, 3 o'clock tip-off. Women tip-off at 1, and you happen to be a former player or just a fan on Saturday at noon. There'll be a little pregame event here in Canale Arena up in the Skybox, as a number of former players will be returning.
And our former coach, Dave's dad, Dave Sr., Coach Dave Luce.
Intimidating man at times. You probably experienced that, huh?
Sometimes.
Yeah. The rule in the Luce household was pretty simple. Win the last game before Christmas. If you won any game, win the last game before Christmas. Otherwise, Christmas was called off.
He could be a little intimidating, but when I played for him, I was young and not very smart, and I challenged him. And I should.
How'd that go?
Didn't go very good for me.
Yeah, well, I know that feeling. Yeah, the only one that I've ever really seen be able to challenge, my mom could do it a little bit, and my sister, you know. Full court pressure. Christian Brothers crosses the stripe. 17 shot clock. 6:25 to play in the game. Bucks up 12. Payne right corner. 10 shot clock. Loose down low. Spins. What a move! Oh, and he just couldn't finish. And here's a foul at the other end.
I think somebody got a hand on that shot from Luce. I think they blocked it there.
Owens is going to go line at the other end as he went hard to the basket. The foul was on Payne, his fourth. Owen, free throw, no. So Etienne checks back in for Luce. Luce made a great move, just didn't finish. Second free throw good, and it's 64-53. Brings it to an 11-point game. 6:08 to play.
Bucks just need to settle down here.
Here's Godowski in the front court, goes to Deifel, back out to Payne. Oh, down low to Etienne all by himself, scores! Nice look!
Payne faked it to the corner and gave him a nice pass.
Oh, quickly the other way. Gordon scores, and he's fouled.
Now this is the Valdosta team we were worried about in the first half.
66-55 as
The Christian Brothers scored, and they got a run out at the other end right away, and chance for a three-point opportunity.
Well, Gordon with a chance to cut this thing to 10 with 5:51 to play. Christian Brothers has to get back defensively. Gordon, free throw up, rims out, no. Valdosta State's had its issues at the free throw line in this one. 11 of 16 now. Godowski fires a three. Oh, rims out, no. Rebound tipped out. Here comes Owens again on the run. Lob, Gordon fouled and finishes on the alley-oop. 66-59 brings Valdosta within 9. The foul on Godowski, his third. And Gordon back to the line with a chance to creep back within 8. Free throw. He got it. It's an 8-point game, 66-58, full court pressure again. Payne will work it up the floor. Deifel throws it away, was double teamed, trapped along the sideline, tried to throw it back out, and it went off the referee out of bounds. And Christian Brothers takes a timeout. It'll go full with 5:21 to play. Bucks up 8, 66-58. Here we go. We'll take a break and we'll be back to Canale Arena. .521 left. Christian Brothers leading 66-58. And, well, this is where we're going to, you talked about it before the game, finishing games. And here's where Christian Brothers has to find a way to finish.
Well, they had a 16-point lead, and they've cut it in half, but you still have an 8-point lead with 5 minutes to go. So you're in control of this game. Valdosta is still, they're desperate. Let them keep trapping, but make them pay for it.
Well, Valdosta with the ball. Owens out top. Owens leading all scorers in the contest with 16. Loose ball. It's on the floor. Lob and another dunk by Gordon. As Christian Brothers was scrambling for the loose ball, Owens came away with it and had Gordon all by himself going to the basket. 6-point game. Payne out top. Christian Brothers just has to calm down. A little rattled. Payne out top. Jones in the corner. He wants to drive. Cut off. Kicks out. Payne for three. Right side. Good! And that's a huge bucket.
That was a nice drive by Jones, and he found Payne wide open at the top of the circle.
69-60 puts Christian Brothers back up 9. Gordon wants to work on Godowski. Goes to Cole at the free throw line. He'll drive on Etienne. They get Etienne with a block. It's double bonus for Valdosta State, so Cole will be shooting 2.
Etienne had good position, but he just needs to keep that position and not try to flop there. He just took a flop. Make him make a hard shot. Make a tough shot over. They just got 3 dunks in a row. Make him make a tough shot over you.
Now some discussion as the officials come to not sure what the discussion is about. Cole will be at the line to shoot 2. I think there's a discussion on timeouts, yeah. There was some confusion before. John Riley wanted to take a timeout. And there's some discussion on how many timeouts Christian Brothers has available.
Yes.
I think that's the issue.
Of course, Valdosta is saying they don't have any more timeouts. Christian Brothers saying we have 130.
Yeah. Well, at the last timeout, the official looked at the scores table and he said, do they have a 30 or a full? And he was told full, so they went full. And now John Riley talking with the official about the call. So he's using this as an opportunity to discuss that. Well, here's the situation. 4:21 to play. Christian Brothers on top, 69-60. Cole will be at the line. He's 4 of 5 at the line in the contest. He has 10 points. Now, on the season, Cole, about 69%. Well, you knew that Valdosta would have a run in them. And the question is, can Christian Brothers answer? And Mike Helfer, not sure what the discussion was with Helfer, talking with the official now. I guess all that's settled. They still show one timeout on the board for Christian Brothers. And here is Cole at the line. First free throw up. Rims out. No.
Maybe this little break has helped Christian Brothers stop a little bit of run by Valdosta and have them settle it down.
That makes Valdosta now 12 of 19 at the line on the contest. Second one up. And that one front iron off the backboard and in. And it's 69-61. Back to an 8-point lead for Christian Brothers. Christian Jones across the timeline, nearly loses it in and has it tipped away. And that's over and back. Yeah, that was off. Deifel touched it before it went into the back court, so it's a turnover, Christian Brothers. .407 left.
You almost think you should put in Ruth stats here, another ball handler.
Yeah.
Break that press.
Selders to Owens, drives, baseline, lay in good. Everything now by Valdosta just go to the basket. 6-point game, 69-63, under 4 to go. Payne wants a ball screen from Etienne. Now dumps into Etienne, tries to kick out, it's stolen away. Here comes Owens, he loses it, it's on the floor. Godowski dives on it. Please tell me they didn't call that a jump ball. Cole is literally laying on top of him.
You can't have a jump ball laying on top of him.
How can you lay on top of Godowski and reach around him? And I think Godowski took a timeout. Now we go back to the question, how many timeouts? Okay, obviously Christian Brothers. Well, here's the question. It's a media timeout.
They called that a jump ball.
They called that wow.
And they're calling this is a media timeout. That was a jump ball. This is a media timeout. And that's the second time this game that Valdosta State got a jump ball by jumping on top of a player.
Well, 69-63, 3:32 to play in the contest. It was a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Valdosta State. So they'll have the ball coming out of the timeout, trailing by 6, and a chance to cut this thing to as little as 3. And now Valdosta has this thing kind of in that chaotic pace. It's just a chaotic game now where, everything they do is just drive to the basket, hope, you either score or you get a whistle, which they've gotten several of. And then Christian Brothers comes the other way, and with the chaotic nature of the game, Christian Brothers just, a little off kilter right now.
Yeah, Christian Brothers wants to run the time, and they're not making Valdosta State pay for the double team and then the switching. They need to get the ball to the middle of the floor and attack the basket. Either get an easy layup or bring it back out.
.332 left.
There seems to be another discussion here at the table about the timing. And now they're talking about the possession.
And now Luce will check back into the game with 4 fouls. He's going to get Etienne. And now it's Christian Brothers has no, they've decided Christian Brothers has no timeouts. So 3:32 left. Valdosta with the ball, trailing by 6. Ruth that's back in the game. You talked about the extra ball handler. Owens guarded by Payne.
He's
Wants
going
to drive.
the
Yeah, everything. That's short. Luce with the board. Everything's going to be go to the basket now. Deifel, left wing,
Oh, they
back
had
out
Luce
front.
wide open for a layup there. That's what I was talking about before. They brought it back out to run the time, but if you can get a layup, you need to take that.
14 shot clock. Payne wants to drive, does to the basket, it scores!
That was nice body control by Payne.
71-63, quickly the other way. And
Another
a bucket.
They're just running the floor and throwing it up and letting the athlete catch it.
Cole with the bucket, 71-65. They're getting behind Christian Brothers too often. Jones wants to drive, now brings it out, didn't really have anything, didn't want to force it. 2:38 left. Deifel, left wing. Jones gonna drive, dumps to Luce, 8 shot clock, he backs his way in. Gives it back to Jones, jumper, no, short. They're gonna run. Another dunk by Gordon. It's a 4-point game, 71-67, 2:12 to play.
Christian Brothers still okay. They just can't succumb to this pressure.
And a turnover. Selders out top, 1:51 left, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Owens. There's a steal by Luce, and they got a foul. So now Luce
They finally called a foul.
Yeah.
Somebody jumping on somebody's back.
So now Luce will go to the line to shoot 2. It'll be double bonus.
This is going to become a free throw shooting contest
Yep.
at the end. And Christian Brothers has done well on the free throw line tonight.
And Jesse Payne is getting ready to come out. Looks like he's walking a little gingerly. Godowski's going to check in for him. Luce goes to the line.
Valdosta State call timeout.
Yeah, timeout, Valdosta State. We'll stay here. Minute 40 left, 71-67. And, well, I don't want to talk about the elephant in the room, but Daniel Luce at the free throw line has struggled this season, 46% overall.
But as a team, Christian Brothers have struggled, and they've done well tonight. So maybe Luce can follow the lead of his teammates and keep that free throw percentage up. So this is going to come down to Christian Brothers at the line, and can they stop Valdosta State from just dunking? I mean, I don't know how many dunks they have. Valdosta State's just putting their head down and going.
Yeah.
And they've taken a few charges, but at some point you got if you score here, you have to jam the inbounder and the passer so he doesn't get that long pass. And for the rest of this game, if I were Coach Riley, I'd put a guard on the inbounder so he can't just look up the floor and throw that long pass.
It is double bonus, so Luce will be at the line. Minute 40 left. 71-67 lead for Christian Brothers. Luce free throw up, rims out. As Mike Helfer reminds everybody, Luce is shooting 47%. Nice guy. Second one up, short. No, Godowski, offensive rebound, no.
Now they're going to run the clock. Valdosta's got a foul.
Deifel, jumper, free throw line. Good! Big bucket puts Christian Brothers up 6.
That was Coach Riley's. Coach Riley had that no, good shot.
73-67. Christian Brothers back up 6.
Just got to stay in front of him because he's
drives.
right.
And the foul is on the floor, but Owens will be going to the line to shoot 2.
You almost got to step back and just dare Owens to jump up and take a jump shot.
You know, on the
Take some
season,
chances.
Owens 17 of 55 from the three-point line. He's only a 31% three-point shooter, so you might be better off to gap him and dare him to shoot it, as you pointed out. Free throw up, got it. Now Owens' second attempt. Got them both. Back to a 4-point game, 73-69, minute 15 left. Ruthsath gets it across. Now they bring the double team. Gets it to Deifel had loose wide open underneath.
That's the second time that happened. You just got to take those points sometimes.
Godowski.
They're so worried about the clock, they still got to keep
10
scoring.
seconds on the shot. Oh, that's a foul. Yeah.
Ruthsath needs to put it in. I think he's a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, Ruthsath's on the season, as you'd expect, strong at the line, 81%. 52.8 seconds left. 73-69. Christian Brothers up 4, and Ruthsath will shoot 2. First trip to the line tonight. Or check it, he's 1 of 1 at the line in the game. Make it 2 of 2 as he makes the first one here. Ruthsath now with 10 in the game. Puts Christian Brothers back up 5. Second attempt. Got them both. 6-point lead. And as you expect, here comes Valdosta quickly the other way. Owens spins. The Sellers back to Owens. He's going to drive into the lane. Tries to power his way up. Dumps down low to Owens.
It's got to be 3 seconds. There's 5 guys in the lane for them with 3 seconds.
There's Selders with the lay-in underneath as Cole was able to find him. Full court pressure. Ruthsath in trouble. Throws ahead to Luce. Luce to Deifel. Godowski! No! Misses the layup but gets his own miss. And they call basket interference, though. Big call there.
Well, he hit the backboard, and that might be the same guy that knocked the lights on that.
Well, you thought maybe he fixed it that time, didn't? 27 seconds left. Christian Brothers back up 6. Selders drives the other way. Cut off by Luce. Goes to Owens. Owens wants to drive. Scores and is fouled. And that's one where when they're going to the basket, the offensive player initiating contact, it's hard for a defender to do much anything.
Yeah, that's...
Right now, if anybody goes to the basket and then there's any contact, you're getting a whistle.
Yeah, they're just putting their head down and going, and Jones is in good position the whole time and backing up the whole time, and they still gets the foul.
20.3 seconds left, 77-73. Christian Brothers lead at 4, but Owens at the line to shoot 1.
We used to talk about it. What advantage did Christian Jones just get on Owens there? He didn't get any advantage. He was in good position. He stayed. Owens was one that was initiating contact, pushed him down. But that's the call you're going to get all the time.
6 of 7 at the line for Owens.
Comes down to free throw shooting.
61% at the line on the season.
They're going to try to foul Luce here.
Free throw good.
They're going to leave Luce open and try to foul him. Because as you heard, Coach knows that when he can shoot.
Godowski
Nice
in trouble,
play by
finds Jones.
Godowski.
Jones ahead to Deifel.
Hold on to
Deifel,
Deifel.
13 seconds, and he's fouled with 12.6.
Let's see if they can keep up their good free throw shooting.
So Deifel to the line now. Up 3. 12.6 seconds to go. Deifel at the line in the game, 2 of 2. 79% at the stripe on the season. Free throw, good. Makes it a 2-possession game and a 4-point lead. Deifel's got 18. Etienne getting ready to check in.
Etienne's going in for the shooter,
Yeah.
which I think this is good. As soon as the ball goes through, you get a sub and you stop Valdosta State from just grabbing it and going. Set up your defense, keep it in front. It's a 2-possession game, so you don't want to foul a 3-point shooter.
Second free throw. Got it to go. Christian Brothers up 5, 79-74. 12.6 seconds to go as Deifel knocks them both down.
Valdosta's going to try to get a quick shot here and then get the timeout.
Here comes Selders. Wants to drive. Kicks out. Owens. Oh, he may have walked. I don't know. But a 3. Short. No. Rebound. Out of bounds to Christian Brothers with 3.9 seconds left, and they're leading by 5. Deifel will check back in. He gets Etienne. Luce will inbound now. That's to make sure.
If no one's
can't
open, you
foul
just
him.
throw it long.
Inbound to Deifel. He's fouled. 2.4 seconds to go, and barring some type of crazy miracle, it looks like Christian Brothers has found a way to hold on to this one and end a 4-game winning streak and pick up a win here at Canal Arena over Valdosta State.
Well, Valdosta State has scored 50 points in the second half.
And that's what worried you.
And that's what worried me. But what Christian Brothers has been able to do is score 41, hopefully 43 here to match them.
Deifel got the first one. Deifel's got another one to put in the books. Deifel now with 20. Deifel's second attempt. Got them both. He's got 21.
Just leave it.
And that's going to be the final score as Christian Brothers pulls out the win, 81-74. And really, this win, two things I think you want to talk about, Ed. The first half defense and the second half, though it got a little sloppy, they weathered the storm and found a way.
Yeah, Valdosta State just ran out of time.
And sometimes that's what it takes.
That's good for CBU.
Yeah.
But CBU shot well from the free throw line, better than they have been for the season, 76%. They held Valdosta State from the three-point line. Valdosta State quit taking threes in the second half.
Well, interesting, Valdosta State ends up shooting 51% from the floor in the game. They struggle behind the three-point line, 4 of 20, 16 of 23 at the free throw line. Christian Brothers, 28 of 57 from the floor for 49%, 6 of 20 behind the arc, 19 of 25 at the free throw line. And, 3 players in double figures, 4 players in double figures, so a balanced attack for Christian Brothers. Deifel with 21, and then Jesse Payne, Bramble, and Ruth Sapp, all 11.
Yeah, Christian Brothers spread the ball out really well. Deifel came on in the second half and put the game away in the free throw line. But you like to see that. They do play really hard, and they won a game. They won the first half playing in their game, and they won the second half. Well, they lost overall the second half, but they won the game, and Valdosta played their game.
Yeah.
So they're still able, like you said, weather the storm. We knew Valdosta was going to come make some runs, and Christian Brothers just held on it's still a W at the end of the day. So
Well,
the end score doesn't matter.
Christian Brothers improves to 6-11 overall, 3-8 in Gulf South action. Valdosta State falls to 9-8 and 5-5 in conference play. Christian Brothers wins this one 81-74. Back in action on Saturday as West Florida comes to town. 3 o'clock tip-off. Women will tip it off at 1 o'clock. Well, for Ed Murphy, I'm David Luce. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Had fun. Christian Brothers a winner tonight, 81-74. Good night, everyone.
Good night.